Today we revisit the Singapore Sling to make the version that you would be served if you were ordering one from the long bar at the Raffles Hotel today. The Singapore Sling has an undefined history. The original drink served at the Raffles Hotel is not known exactly, but the drink that became popular was the version that they created in the 1970s. The Raffles Hotel doesn't know the original one that they served, and we know the drink and similar drinks were being served at other places before being served at the Raffles Hotel. I did a video on the Singapore Sling last year where I made this popularized 1970s version, and in that video, I go over the details of the Singapore Sling's history. You should watch that video if you haven't already. In fact, I had to just rewatch it to brush up on my history of the Singapore Sling. But today, we're not going to make that version. We're not going to make the 1970s version. We can't make the unknown version from back in the early 1900s, but instead we're going to make the version that they serve there today. While all of the ingredients in this version are tied to that one that made it popular in the 1970s, several of the ingredients remain from the sling served in the early 1900s in Singapore, including Benedictine, the monk's liqueur that is not and has never been made by monks. This is one of those cocktail culture myths that has entrenched itself in our culture. The original creator of Benedictine, Alexander Legrand, claims to have been given the recipe by monks, which is possible. One day, I might enjoy drinking vodka. Anything is possible. The origin story even states that the recipe he bottled was much different than any previous versions or anything from any monk. But he was smart, and he created a bottle and a label that made you think it was created by monks. Even 150 years later, you'll still find people assuming that this is made by monks. A couple of the ingredients that they use at the Long Bar today are made exclusively for the Long Bar, so I don't have them. But I'll do my best to sub in the next best thing. I'll start with 2 dashes of Scrappy's bitters, half an ounce of lime juice, 2 ounces of pineapple juice, a third an ounce of grenadine, a third an ounce of Pierre Ferrand dry Curacao, a third an ounce of the Luxardo brand cherry liqueur, a third an ounce of Benedictine, and 1 ounce of a London dry gin. What's that you say? Cool glassware? Well, yes, this is cool glassware. This is one of the only similar glassware that I could find that's new to the one at the Raffles Hotel, besides the one that they sell there. I have a couple extra. I'm selling them on the Make and Drink shop. Check it out in this episode's description if you're interested. And in the future, I'm just going to be selling some of my glassware. Some of it's going to be vintage. Some of it will be newer. Some of it I've had for 5, 10, 20 years. I don't even know how much it's worth. Just trying to get rid of some stuff. So if you want to purchase some of the glassware that you see here on Make and Drink, or if you just want to help me by taking some of this glassware, because I know a lot of people, they don't want 6, 10, 12, multiple cases of glassware. You can buy 1 or 2 glasses and I'll have them shipped out to you. So if you like this glass, check out the glass at the Make and Drink shop. And to confuse things more, I have multiple shops. It's a long story. It's complicated. Check out the one that's in this episode's description. It's on like the 2nd or 3rd line. So let's try it. Cheers to Singapore Sling. I really like that. I'm not being kind to the Long Bar. It works. It when you taste it, it feels like, oh, maybe this is too sweet. But I think those other ingredients in there, like the Pierre, Ferrand, Curacao, the Benedictine, the gin, they help, I don't want to say dry it out, it's not dry, but they help balance it out. And that makes sense because this drink has only been reformulated maybe in the last, I don't know, 5 or so years with these new ingredients and better ingredients. The Luxardo, if you don't have a cherry hearing, I wouldn't go buy cherry hearing. I'd buy the Luxardo. It is better. It is much better. I use fresh grenadine, my fresh grenadine recipe, or the tropical standard fresh grenadine recipe. Any commercial syrup, no matter what it is the best version of grenadine you can make. And a slight improvement there, I think, with the gin, because I'm using a bottle of Tanqueray. I don't know what Tanqueray's ABV is today. That bottle's a few years old. That one's 47 point something. Don't buy Beefeater. Whatever you do, don't buy Beefeater. Protest Beefeater, because they've been lowering their ABV from like 47 to, I don't know what it's 47, but they've lowered it twice in the last 5 years. They're at 40 now, which is just an abomination to all of us. So find something higher proof. It's still affordable, but I love this. There's a jammy quality to it with the cherry, with the grenadine. You get the tropical notes from the pineapple, and the Benedictine really adds that dimension that's unique and different to it. But you get a little bit of that herbal backbone. I've been thinking for the longest time now to have a make and drink bar menu, having something that I always have the ingredients for, and sort of staples in a broad range of things that include maybe cocktails I've made here, cocktails that are some of my favorites. And I think the Singapore Sling should be there, and I think it should be this one. I don't want to, if I was serving it to people or friends or guests, I don't want to change it because there's a story behind it, popularity. It's the same exact one for the most part you can get in Singapore, and I feel like that's better than me adapting it to my own thing on my own menu. And just one more thing before we finish out here, I say this with love and kindness. I'm trying to be respectful, but I don't know the words to use. But this is now the 2 videos with the Singapore Sling, and I've mentioned it multiple times. Singapore Sling is not a tiki cocktail. It is no connection to tiki. It is not tiki. It existed from the early 1900s and is based on drinks that came before that. Just because a tiki bar serves a drink doesn't make it tiki. A daiquiri is not tiki. If you go to a famous tiki bar in Emeryville and you order a Bud Light, it's not a tiki Bud Light. So the Singapore Sling, it's not tiki. It's tropical. And lumping everything that we like into tiki does a discredit to tiki cocktails, and a discredit to tropical cocktails, and a discredit to Caribbean cocktails and cocktails that come from Singapore. So that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. If you want to support this channel more, go check out my Patreon page. Otherwise, I will see you on the next video, which may or may not be a tiki cocktail.